everybody, welcome to Crafty Becky Tutorials. I'm Crafty Becky, and today's tutorial we're making seamless paper using ideogram and Canva. Making seamless paper is a great way to use on print-on-demand products like dresses or t-shirts or even wrapping paper or just about anything. So I'll show you how you can make your own seamless paper digital papers with AI. Make sure to subscribe, be part of the Crafty family. If you're already a Crafty family member, give yourself a big hug from me. Let's go ahead and get started. So here is ideogram. It's ideogram.ai. You can use it to create seamless papers. So what I want to do is I want to create some Christmas seamless papers. So I'm going to say create Christmas seamless paper, seamless pattern with maybe a Santa head, holly leaves and berries, and snowflakes, red and green. And then this is very important. You go dash T, that's for tile, and then put on a square, and then we'll generate. And dash T is like for tiling, so it will make tiled patterns that are seamless. Make sure to do the square. Then we'll test our tiled pattern in Canva to see how it looks. You can also test it in Photoshop, and I'll show you both methods. So now it made our tiled pattern. Isn't it cute? Look how cute the Santa turned out. And look at this with, how adorable is that? And look how cute this one is. Well, I like these a lot. I like this one quite a bunch, but I don't like it. He's like a red nose. That's kind of strange. But this one is very cute. And I like the clouds. Like, that looks fun. So let's go ahead and go download. I clicked the three dots, went download PNG. And let's go back and get the stripy one. Like, that one is very cute. And let's download. And then that. And then I'll show you how to test it in Photoshop first. So I'm doing a 12 days of course deals. I'll have a link in the video. 12 days of course deals is each day for 12 days. You could save a whole bunch of money off my most popular courses. I'm actually giving the courses at launch price, which is like $100 off usually or more. So make sure to check out 12 days of course deals in the video description. So what you would do to test the tile is you would open the tile first. So let me go ahead and go to downloads. Like, let me make a, get rid of this. And let's make a new file. So I'm going to go to downloads and I'm going to like drag over my seamless pattern. And you go file. I think you go edit and then define pattern. So now it made a pop-up and you can name the pattern, stripy Santas. You can also sell patterns, like sell Photoshop patterns. So I could sell that .pat file as well. So let me go ahead and open the other pattern file. So let's click the other one and drag it in. And then edit, define pattern, and Santa cloud pattern. And then we'll go to new, and I want to make a new paper. You can also use them to make digital papers that are US letter. And then I'm going to go and create a new layer, and then I'm going to fill it with color, and then go to layer, style, pattern overlay. And I'm going to click here and scroll down to my Christmas. Oh, how cute. Look how cute that turned out. But I see a mistake. You see how it made a mistake here with the snowflake. So you always want to test the pattern. You don't want someone to give a bad review. And that's easy fix. Like, we can fix that. So let's go back to that pattern again. Let me open it back in the browser. So let's go to open it up, and it looks like the mistake. So let's go back to that other one. We can see where the mistake was. So it looks like the mistake. You see it's like right here by the leaves. It looks like it's right here. So we got to fix that. And that's easily fixed. We could definitely fix that. We don't need to redo it again because it's very cute. So let's make a new layer and get our box. Now let's just do the lasso. I like this lasso. It's called the polygonal lasso tool. Like that would give the same look. So let's start here. And then let's just drag across, like press enter, shift. And that'll give a straight line. And then just like go around. And then get your eyedrop tool for the red. Get the paintbrush and just paint. And then let's get the lasso again. Like hit it and then shift. Let's go up. And now let's paint the green. And that would get rid of it. You're saying, well, it looks like it's, yeah, we can fix that. So let's just, looks like it just some pixel was not selected. So we'll just get that. There we go. Should look good. And then we can get it again here. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, now, so you say, well, I need to fill the space up because won't it look bad without a snowflake there? Yeah, it probably would. So let's get a snowflake. This one's clean here to get. So I'm going to get my magic wand tool. I got to make sure I'm on the right layer. Okay, magic wand tool and click that. So I selected the snowflake. Then I'm going to go to select. And then modify. I want to expand it by at least like 1 pixel. So I just want to make sure it's getting everything. Like, I don't know if this, would that help? Yeah, it might not. Maybe just leave it how it was. And then edit, copy merged, go back to the layer and make sure we go select, deselect, and then edit, and then paste. But notice there's some color. And what we can do is lock it. And we can go back to the white tool, the white brush, and we can just paint over it. And that will cause it to no longer have that color. Because, the color would show up. Then we could, drag it back over to here. And now file, there we go, image, edit, define pattern. This is our new pattern that's fixed. So we go fixed, stripey, pattern. And then now when we go to test it again, so let's go back to our testing and go to layer, style, pattern, and we click it, and look, now it's been fixed. It looks cute, it looks fine, looks great. And we can sell this pattern and make money, or we can sell this paper. We can just save this paper. You can, make lots of adjustments to this pattern. You can make this a digital paper. You can make it, small. It's all it looks small. We could increase the size of the paper just for this. Like if we had a really large scale file here for wrapping paper, we can even make it into a bag, like a bag they can print out, and then you could have them fold the bag in. So then you could create a bag that they could put gifts in. They could print out on their printer. Like that's another way, a gift bag. So I think this looks very cute. You see how nice that looks? And then you could just save it. If you want to save the paper like that, you could save it. And if you want to save the paper like that, you could save it. So that's why Photoshop is a great tool to test these papers and modify them. But on Canva, you have very limited editing abilities to edit the papers. But it can be done. Let's get out of here. And then we need to test this one too, right? So let's go ahead and test him as well. Let's go back to a new layer. I just want to make sure that one is good. So let's go to the letter. And then let's go ahead and make a new layer and just fill it with paint. Go to layer, style, pattern overlay. And then here. Oh! And let's make sure it looks good. So I'm going to scale up. Looks fine to me. I don't see any mistakes. But the problem in the last one wasn't the seamlessness. It was just on the pattern itself had the snowflake that was messed up. You know, so that was an easy fix. But it's a lot harder if it messes up the seam, which it probably won't if you do dash tile, because that tells the AI maker to give you a seamless, you know, design that you can use for a paper. So look at this, how cute that looks with the clouds, how pretty, and the snowflakes and the holly and the Santas. That's very, very, very cute. So we could save that as a paper too. Okay, so now let's check out Canva. So let's get rid of that, and let's go into our Canva, and I'm going to do it's a US document. I'll show you how you can test the paper in here. And then let's, we know this one was messed up, we fixed it. But let's go ahead and just bring in our new Santa. So what you would do, you would just like go put it here and then go here in the middle and go Alt drag and then drag it here and then just keep tiling it. I'm pressing Alt to make a copy. Yeah, so then that was how you could see that's tile, but then it's still not completely. You see there's some white spaces even if you mouse in. I still see some like seams appearing because of just Canva, of the way it displays images next to each other. You're not going to get a complete seamless experience like you would with Photoshop, like it does. So I wouldn't recommend, you know, saving the papers and making papers with Canva because you do see the seams. But let's test it and just go Santa paper. And if you want this to be smaller, you could, you know, make it smaller, and then that way you could tile it that way if you wanted the paper to have smaller Santas on it. So let's just go ahead and download it just to see if those seams appear. Hopefully they don't, but let's just test to see if those seams will appear, because they sure do on the design itself. So let's look. So it appears I don't see the seams. But what's this? There's like some kind of mistake here. Did you see what I was seeing? There's like a mistake like appearing here, this red mark. I don't remember seeing that in Photoshop. Like a red mark on something's wrong with the end of this tile. So let's look in Photoshop so we can fix excuse me, whatever that was. So let me go ahead and open that into Photoshop. Yeah, I see it at the very edge. You see that at the very edge of the screen? We see something not right. You see that redness is appearing. We don't want that. So the way we could fix it, oh gosh, it's coughing like crazy. The way we could fix it, you see something's wrong with his mouth. That's not a problem. We could just go in Photoshop and just copy this area and go to copy, and then we go to paste it, bring it over here, kind of match up where it was. Yeah, it might have matched up. Yeah, there, it's perfect matched up. Okay, good. So that would fix it, to do that. To fix the tile it made. But I think that might be the only error. So that's why it's important to test your tiles. And there's another tool that I don't really like or recommend, but if you're on a shoestring budget and you're just so poverty-stricken that you can't afford nothing and you want everything for free, then there's this one called Photopea. And I've been there, I've been poverty-stricken, and I've been on a shoestring budget, like no shame to anybody out there that is. But the only thing with Photopea is it keeps running ads on the side here and it slows it up. And I've even had it freeze, like during trainings, like I've had this freeze. I never use this myself because I pay for Photoshop, and there's also Canva around, and there's, if you don't want to do multiple month pay like Photoshop, you can get Affinity, and Affinity products are pretty good. But again, I don't use them because I pay for Photoshop. I've just used Photoshop since I was in college. And also, actually, when I was like in my junior year of high school, I used a very early Photoshop. But I'm 42 years old, so I've used it a long time. So I'm used to Photoshop, and I do not want to switch to anything else because I'm used to it, and I have the money to pay for it, but not everybody does. So, if you have to use Photopea, you can do similar things that you can with Photoshop using this Photopea. So let's see, it was called a seamless, so we'll see open from computer. And we'll go here. Like I see I've made some very pretty ones in the past. Look how cute this one is. Like I've made some really nice papers before. And then see, like remember this one with the snowflake? Like that might be more complicated to fix in Photopea. Like it may or may not be. But let's go ahead and fix this one in Photopea. We just had the problem with the end in the very corner. So again, I'm just getting this lasso. I'm just gonna select the area that's having trouble. And then I'm going to go to copy, then edit, and then paste. And you go transform controls so you can see where the file is. I can scoot it. But you see these ads are loading. If you have a pop-up blocker or an ad blocker, they probably won't be there, but I don't. Those ads like really slow it up. But I don't know if it will still function even if you don't have ads or something. But if you have a pop-up blocker, I've never tried it. But let's just make sure this is matching up. Looks pretty good. See what it did. I tried to just exit out. What happened? Okay, there you go. I think I was confused because I got Photoshop up too, and it's the same color. So let's get rid of that, and then that way we could have our attention on the Photopea. So I'll click the arrow and then like go up and down. Yeah, it looks like it's not quite where I need it to be. And what I did was unblink. See, I could see. So it needs to be like further down. Maybe a little bit to the left, the right. Yeah, look, it fixed even that berry issue we had. There's a berry problem as well. Like this berry was acting up too. So that would fix it. And then get your space bar to move the file. Yeah, that berry does look weird. But I guess it looks like that on everybody, so that's fine. And then go to I wonder if you could do the same control and merge. No, yeah, I did. So you go Control E, and it will merge the file, the layers. I mean, so now they're one layer. So now this is all one layer. Go to Edit and define new pattern, and now the pattern's been added. And then we can go to New, and let's make a like a big paper. Let's just do an Insta portrait. Oh, print. Let's do print, and let's do a letter size. And then I entered, and then this is locked. So now I'm gonna make a new layer, and then just paint it. So let me get some paint bucket, black, and then now layer, style, pattern overlay. The pattern is the Santa. Yeah, so now we can still test it in Photopea for free. And let's kind of zoom in so we could check that the pattern is good. So we could scale in. We could scale it, yeah, there, that way you can do it too. But notice how slow it is, and it's not as fast as Photoshop. Well, you get what you pay for. And these ads up the side will definitely slow you up, especially if you have a low modem and a low internet. Yeah, I'm so old. Modem was, I used the modem back in the day, but if a slow internet, then you're gonna run into some issues with these ads loading. There's even video ads loading in there. But again, you just get what you pay for, and if you can't swing Photoshop or Affinity, like pay $50 one time, because Affinity you just pay $50 one time. You can use it for as long as you need to, unless they discontinue it. But even still, you can still use it, I imagine. Like it's not on Creative Cloud. You know, the last Photoshop was CS3, and I have that upstairs. So if anything ever happens where I'm so poor where I can't afford Photoshop, I can still use it because I bought CS3. That was the last copy they did before they moved on to Creative Cloud. So I got Photoshop for life, even if I don't pay for it. But CS3 is very hard to track down. It's very expensive on eBay. Like the disc of the CS3, you can still get it. It will have a license in there that you can install it. So if you want Photoshop forever, I recommend tracking down like CS3, and there's Photoshop Elements. But Photoshop Elements is extremely limited. It won't have like some of these bells and whistles that the newer Photoshops have. But CS3 is perfectly good. It's a good Photoshop. I use it a lot upstairs on my PC. I use it for illustration. I'm a digital artist, and I use it to draw because it just runs a lot faster because it's a lot. It doesn't have as much RAM. You know, it's not really taking up the computer too much because it's an older program and it doesn't have all this newer stuff that the new Photoshop does. So I don't even have the new Photoshop. I just use CS3 upstairs because it's just so much faster to use for me to draw and paint. Because I paint right in Photoshop, like I do digital painting. Okay, so now, look here, looks good. I don't see any issues. We can now have this as our paper. Okay, so hopefully this helps you create digital papers that you could customize and sell and make money with. And we do have made some papers in Photoshop too. And let's see if you could save the patterns out of Photopea as a .p file. I don't know if you can, because you know in Photoshop you can save your patterns. Pattern overlay. So let's get back into pattern overlay. Can I save the pattern out of here? Because in Photoshop you can save your pattern. You could sell the pattern file, and on Etsy, you know, pattern file. But it looks like on Photopea you can't save your pattern file that you make. Like I don't see a way we could download the pattern file. Like if you know the way, let me know, because I don't see a way where I could save my pattern file. The only way you could save it is if you just save it as a JPEG and give it to the person as a JPEG and not a pattern file. Because in Photoshop you can save your pattern files. So I'll show you how you can save your pattern files in Photoshop so you can sell your patterns. So we go to the, let me just, looks like it wants me to work on because that layer was locked, you know, so it was saying you can't, you know, work on that layer. Okay, so we'll go here, we'll go to pattern overlay. We see we got our Santas. So we select the Santa, and then we could download the pattern. We could export the selected pattern. So we could select that Santa, and then we could hit Shift and select both of those, and we can go export selected patterns. And then we could save these patterns. We can call them, you know, Christmas patterns. He made a .pat file, and save it, and now we have our patterns saved. So when we come to Photoshop again, if we do not have these patterns on here, we can go import patterns. So we come to our Photoshop, our desktop. See, this is a pattern file now. So now this pattern file is here, and I can put it. And you look at added the patterns for me. See, the patterns are here under Christmas patterns. So now I can just keep using these. Or if I sell this file, this .pat file, then other people can use it too with their Photoshop. So it's like a great way you can make money with Etsy or other platforms is by selling patterns and making them. And you can even, you know, use them on print on demand. Like Redbubble. Like Redbubble does print on demand. You can make like a Redbubble store. You can upload your patterns or your t-shirt designs. See, like for phone cases, like this is a pattern that somebody made, a seamless pattern for a phone case. And you could, you know, upload your patterns. You could even make them for pillows. Like you could make pillows with your patterns. And you could make, you know, notebooks. Like this is a pattern on a notebook. So you can make your own Redbubble store and upload your patterns. So this is my Redbubble store. And then I could go over to here, like let's say I wanted to sell my my work. Looks like it wants to verify me and all that. Okay, so I can upload new work. So it wants a 5,000 by 5,000. So I need to go into Photoshop and get my pattern I made. So let's say I want to use my pattern I made, like this one. But I need to fix it again because I didn't save it last time. So I'm going to go edit, edit, copy, edit, paste, and then just scooch it back over. Now just make sure you save your work so you don't have to keep doing it over and over. Okay, good. Looks like it's the right place. Okay, so I'm going to save this. That's my pattern. And then it's Santa pattern. But it says it needs 5,000 by 5,000. So image size, this is not 5,000 by 5,000. So I would need to blow it up. And I know this tool called Blow Up 3. You can blow it up. There's also other image resizer tools on the internet, but I use this one called Blow Up 3, and it's good for blowing up files. So I made it 300 DPI. 300 DPI is good for print, and I want to make it, pixels, because it said like 5,000 pixels. It was a good size that it wanted. So I'm going to go 5,000. And now I'm going to go OK, and now it's going to blow it up, and it blows it up with fractals or vectors. Like vectors, and see how clean, it looks a lot cleaner when it's full size. So that's not full size, that's 400, but when I get to 100, see how more crisp the lines are. It's because it was blown up with vectors, because Blow Up 3 does that. So if I blew this up with Photoshop, without using vectors, see how clean the lines are, it would be fuzzy, because it would be using a bitmap, which is pixels, but it blows up with vectors. So now I have my design ready. So I'm going to go to File, Save a Copy. Santa pattern. And then does it want a JPEG or a PNG? Yeah, it says PNG or. So let's just save it as a PNG and replace it. Now we got the right size, and let's go upload our new work, and then we'll go to Santa pattern, and we'll call it Santa Cloud, just Santa Cloud pattern, and then we'll go Santa, Christmas, cloud, holly. Okay, you will love this super cute Santa cloud seamless pattern to use on your product. Okay, there. Okay, so we can put it on our products. So we could put on these stickers and magnets. We could put on a phone case. I wonder if we could upload it. There's a pillow. We could enable. So let's enable this pillow and edit the pillow. Make sure I want to make it so it's I'll make a pillow, and I want to choose the pattern, regular grid. So now it's a pattern, and it made the apply changes, and now the pillow has been covered with the pattern. You see that? So it's a Christmas pattern. A Christmas pillow with our pattern. And we could put on the phone case too. So I'm gonna go to edit, and then I'm gonna go choose pattern, just regular grid. We can scale it down so we can have the pattern be a lot smaller, so it can be smaller Santas on the case. But look how it's looking as the preview as we're doing that. We don't want it too small. Probably like that, looks good. And apply changes, and now we can sell a phone case with our pattern on it. And then we got this shower curtain. We could, do it on our shower curtains. So now we go to edit the shower curtain. And we could, choose our pattern, just a regular grid. And that's like, so then that's how it would look. We can apply the changes. We can sell that, and we can sell this notebook with our pattern on it. We can choose pattern, like regular grid. And that's how it would look on the pattern. Apply changes. Then we could, put on this bag. You can just do all kinds of stuff with it. See, there's just so much stuff. We can put on a blanket, a bag, mug. Then we can have that in our store. And then there we go. See, there's some products that I haven't. So this is going to be in my store now. And then we'll go to no, not mature, and any bunnies. Agree. The media is painting, I would say digital art. We can save our work. So my pattern's been saved, and now somebody can buy those things in my store. Or it's a marketplace, they could search for it, like search for something Christmassy, and then they could purchase those products with my pattern on it. So now they can buy, the stuff like this phone case with my this shower curtain and this pin, and then they can get a bag and pillow. Yes, that's how you would sell on Redbubble. As you could see, creating patterns with ideogram is very simple and easy, and it's also fun to sell them on Redbubble so you can start making money, passive income off that marketplace. Make sure to subscribe, be part of the Crafty family, and check out the Business Beach Club. The Business Beach Club has everything you need to start and scale your own digital product business. You get over 20 courses. You get a members-only sales and bundles. You get a digital product bundle sent to you each month. I have monthly live trainings on creating printables with AI and more. Make sure to check out the businessbeachclub.com membership today. And check out my 12 Days of Courses sale. I'll have a link to my 12 Days of Courses sale in the video description. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye!